everyone and welcome back. You may be wondering why I'm wearing this construction outfit. Well, that's because we're building a shit show of a channel. As you can tell, with the many Elphaba videos we've done, the Paul Breach videos just based on people who have crawled out of a sewer. I'm not gonna wear this, it's not even mine. So I have a lot of people telling me that they're sick of the Elphaba videos, and I understand. I really do, and I feel for you. If you're gonna complain, be sure not to make them one of my best videos, because that's what keeps happening. They get good views. As you know, on this channel, we are all about the views. The views and the money. The views and the money is all I care about. I've been scrolling the deep, dark depths of TikTok recently, and I've noticed that Elphaba did something new. She bought a card reader. Which I knew she did videos on before, talking about how she thought getting a card reader for her performances. And I thought, there's no way she'd do that. That's crazy. And then I forgot who we're talking about, and she did, and she made money from it.
Charge now, because I have a lot of people, and I wouldn't do it if I wasn't going to make any money from it. Crowds of people were asking me yesterday, so that's how I made it, And if you ever want to, I'm going to say it's mad, isn't it? Yeah. So if you ever want to take a photo with me, and this is like the best way I can put it, right? So if I'm walking in the streets and I'm just chilling, you come up to me for a photo, it won't cost you. In the streets, it's a different scenario.
That's the best way you can word it. I'm really scared about the worst way it is. I often do find myself kind of chilling around the streets and thinking, God, I hope Elphaba's here so I can get a free photo, but only if she's chilling. I don't get the logic in that. What is a circumstance where you would charge? You're not a celebrity. Infamousy is not the same as fame. You're known for being a liar, which you said yourself in that TikTok live. How can you charge? How and more importantly, who is paying? It's almost like I can't even judge her at this point, because if people are willing to spend their hard-earned cash on her, then of course she's gonna make the most of that. She loves money, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I love money. She's being enabled by the people that are literally giving their cash to her. And even like my most loved and adored celebrities, I wouldn't see them in the street, and if they were like, oh yeah, hey Katie, I'll take a photo with you, but I'm gonna charge you, that's $2.99 plus any sense of self-respect you have left, unless it's an arranged meet or greet. That would be the only time that is warranted. But this isn't an arranged meet or greet, and I don't think even at arranged meet or greets, for example, when I went to Comic-Con and I met some guy from Stranger Things, he didn't whip out his card reader and go, here you are, that's £5, please.
You, easy, free, go for it, girl. Go for it, queen. Go for it, them. Go for them, If I'm at a venue, nightclub, or somewhere, like a busy place, if it's busy, that's probably what I'll say. If it's a busy place and I'm getting really, really approached, that's when I'll start charging. If I'm not being that approached, then, I'll do it.
I completely forgot that she lives in London. It's where everyone's at, all the creators. Strong word, though, if she's classed as a creator who lives in London. She probably is, and that's the part that kind of breaks my heart. At Push, I'm not a creator. What do I create? Mediocre commentary videos where I judge other people heavily. Keyboard warrior type shit, but it's one reason I just don't want to move to London. And yeah, of course it's going to be busy. It's a fucking city. I want to see this happen. I want to see the people approach her. Are they trolling? But I know if I was going to troll her in person, I wouldn't pay her. I'd just do it online. It's free here. Make videos on her, please. People say, leave this poor girl alone. You've made enough videos on her. Tell her to stop doing annoying things then, to give me content.
We're nice to her yesterday, because a few people declined, and they said, no, yeah, sorry, I don't have that. I was like, that's chill, don't worry, all good. But we can talk. And they were like, yeah, I spoke to a few people. You know what I mean? How much? So it's a £5 photo and £10.
I feel like even the TikTokers who haven't had multiple controversies don't have any excuse to be charging £5 for a photo and £10 for whatever it is she was about to say. Either way, you're wasting your money. I think even if it was a huge celebrity and they were like, yeah, you can have a photo with me, but it's going to cost you, I would politely decline. It's a photograph. It doesn't take long, and she can act like she's really busy and she's being bombarded all day by people trying to get photos with her. But you can't tell me every time she leaves the house she's having queues of people line up for her. There's no way this person has real fans. And if they do, it makes me feel slightly better about my online career.
while I'm there, beauty teller, and then £5 for a photo. If you want my services, I'm not doing it for free. Outrageous. I made £100 last night from it. I mean, if it's working, it's working.
I mean, that's kind of what I was saying before. She has a slight point. If it's working, it is working. I don't necessarily think that's a motto you can live by forever. There are kind of moral implications to that. But yeah, like I said, people are enabling it. She's getting that bag, I guess. £100 though is good for a night, to be fair, especially on top of the TikTok live stuff she does. But it's not going to last forever, and I think this is what people seem to forget. These TikTokers, like Paul Breach and Elphaba, it's great money for now, for sure, but it's not going to help you in, say, 5-10 years when your online career drops, because it will. You know, think about everyone that's had their moment in the limelight. It just dips. So unless you make a shit ton of money now, which £100 is not, it's not going to take you very far. Although I have heard that apparently people can be earning like up to 40k a week doing TikTok live. I don't know how true that is. If it is true, get me on there. I'm missing a trick.
People can call me disgraceful all they want. I understand. I'm not everyone's gonna agree with it. But if I'm making money from it, I'm not gonna say no. You can't do that. Loads of people do it. Loads of people do it. Loads and loads and loads of people do it. You'd be surprised. You'd be very surprised. So when you go to like events, Comic-Cons or cons or meet and greets and stuff, you're paying.
I think saying you offer services is somewhat an overstatement, and comparing what you do, charging people in the streets with a card reader for a photo, is very different to when I've paid to get into a Comic-Con event. It's an organised event with loads of different people there, and it's also interesting and fun. I think so anyway. It's very different to what you're doing. And yeah, I have also seen people in the streets, buskers, for example, people with talent, people with something to offer, not someone singing, what the fuck is the song she sings called again? I don't even know. Defying Gravity for the millionth time off key. I don't think that's much of a service, and I don't think people pay you for your singing. I think they pay you because you're Elphaba, the notorious weirdo online.
When you go in somewhere, you're paying for services. You're paying for my service, so I'm at your service once you've done it, you know? I mean, let's face it, if Ariana was in the street, you'd be trying to get photos of her, wouldn't you? Sorry,
pause right there. I know you did not just say if Ariana Grande was in the streets, we'd be paying for her service. First of all, if I actually did see Ariana Grande in the street and I went over to her and asked for a picture and said I'm a diehard fan and she charged me, I'd probably no longer be a fan. Unless she was at a meet and greet or it was an organised event where you expect to be charged. But if I saw her in, you know, your local Greggs, they don't have Greggs in America, in her local Walmart, and she charged me, I would be very, very surprised. And also it's Ariana Grande and your Elphaba. There's a fair few differences there, which I'm not going to go into because I choose to be somewhat nice today.
On like a famous footballer or that, you'd be trying to get photos with them, you know what I mean? But do you see why I charge now? Because I have a lot of people, and you know, I wouldn't do it if I wasn't going to make any money from it. Crowds of people were asking me yesterday, so that's how I made it, you know. And if you ever want to say, I'm going to say it's like, it's mad, isn't it? Yeah. So if you ever want to take a photo with me, I'm gonna, and this is like the best way I can put it, right? So if I'm walking in the streets and I'm just chilling, you come up to me for a photo, it won't cost you. In the streets, it's a different scenario because we're not at a place where it could be crowded. If it's just you, easy, free, go for it, girl, go for it, queen, go for it, them, go for them. You know. If I'm
so recently, she made another video, basically talking about how she's been told she can no longer stand outside of clubs or bars and charge people in the smoking areas £5 for a photograph. She then also kind of goes on to say that it's quite expensive and she's going to change the price. But the main point to this is that she wasn't having a moment of self-realization. She hasn't changed her kind of deluded mindset herself. She was told to stop doing this, which is kind of obvious. I don't know the exact laws on what you can and can't do, but I'm sure charging people on other people's kind of premises is not allowed. I think that's kind of a no-brainer.
I've learned a new law today, and basically I was charging outside smoking areas, right? But I found out in new law you're not actually allowed to do it without permission in a club.
No way.
So good to know. So if I am actually in the streets, there we go. There you go. But you know what, I'm going to lower the price. What do you think I should lower it to? Because it has to be money. £1?
I really, really, really do not understand why she keeps saying it has to be money. Like, it doesn't have to be money. Just don't go out. This is like Paul Breach type stuff. You know, when he's like,
oh, people keep approaching me and asking me for photos.
that's because you always go out. Like, you fucking love it. You do, otherwise you would just stay home. And standing outside of a nightclub with a card machine is obviously gonna encourage people to come over to you and ask you for photos. I'm sure if you just stick a hoodie on, go on your night out, and then leave immediately after, then you'll be fine. Especially if you're in a club, it's not exactly bright, it's dark. Just fucking stand there in your own little corner, whoever the fuck you go out with, which is another thing. Who is going out with this woman? You know, no offense, but who is going on nights out with her? Because I wouldn't be caught dead out in public with her. She doesn't have to charge. And what's more embarrassing, charging £5 for a photo or charging £1? Because, like, imagine spending £1 for a photo. I feel like it just doesn't really make any sense. It's so close to nothing. You might as well charge nothing. So say a few people a night ask for a photo, then okay, you'll earn a few quid. To make a lot of money off this, you've got to be getting like hundreds of people. I mean, to be fair, if she is getting hundreds of people ask her for a photo and she charges them £1, she will make money, yeah, but I'm sure when she says, oh yeah, that's £1, please, the second-hand embarrassment from her end is going to be pretty strong, because I would be embarrassed and I wouldn't pay £1. I feel like if you're going to pay, you might as well commit and pay the £5. Maybe. I don't know. I don't want to pay any money to these people. They make me sick.
Oh, I think that's fair. Because £5 seems a bit much. Can you do a quid on a card machine though? Can you do that or not? Free. No, I can't do it free. Right, and the reason why I say this is if I didn't have crowds of people coming, I would be doing it for free all the time. But I get annoyed. I get really...
Honestly, Elphaba, same. I get annoyed when I hear that you get crowds of people kind of fangirling over you, because it's weird and it makes me concerned for the world that we're living in. But if that's the case and you do get annoyed, stop going out and hanging... I'm not saying stop going out full stop, because I understand that's not realistic, but she seems to go out a lot for someone who doesn't like the attention. And also just say no to the photographs if you get annoyed. Being miserable but charging is even worse, isn't it? Like, yes, fine, you can have a photo, but that's going to be £1, please. That's just weird and embarrassing and an awkward exchange. Just say no. And in fact, I think I'd respect that a lot more if she just said, f*** off, I don't want a picture with you. It's not like people are exactly nice to her online, so just be horrible back, and then maybe you'll lose all your fans, and then maybe we won't see you online ever again.
I just want to go and buy a sausage roll. And people come up to me like, can I have a photo? I might just want to get a sausage roll.
I don't know why you're complaining when people are coming up to you when you're trying to buy a sausage roll. That £1 that they're paying you to get a photo is paying for your sausage roll. You know, you get one sausage roll per photo. I think that's quite a good deal.
Get a train. I just want to walk. I'm sorry, I don't like it sometimes. Like when I get followed as well, especially, it's weird.
Oh, there we have it, guys. The person everybody hates online and is very cringe and does terrible things makes a lot of money. More than us, probably. Maybe not for long, but that's not the point, is it? They're making bag. So I guess, who are we to be haters on them? Also, in case you couldn't tell, I bought a new light. It's very, very bright. I'm starting to get a headache. And I'm in a new location, because I didn't like the old video, the other one, the last one I posted, the background, it was too busy for me. So I'm starting my own little filming corner. It just helps my brain focus. But hopefully we'll do some more mediocre content, and I will see you in the next video, if I haven't lost the will to live by then. See you later, guys. If you saw Elphaba in the street, would you get a photo for £1?
Yeah, I'd go up to her and I would get a photo. I'd buy a sausage roll first. I'd give her a sausage roll instead of £1.
You'd give her a sausage roll?
Yeah, I'd give her my sausage roll. Well, thank you for watching, everyone. That is my opinion on Elphaba's monumental realization that she's charging £1 now.
She's charging. Well, you're good. charging £5.
£5. She's charging 50 what? She's charging about. Bye.